Oh, sorry about that, Gabby.
It's okay. I don't blame you.
Oh, I started seeing the rain and I was like, I think
it got intense quick.
It did.
And it was so hot. I would have left my windows down too normally, but I think I saw that it was going to rain, so.
Just my brain wasn't registering. It's like it's warm and it's stormy and my windows are down. Nope. Yeah. Just nothing there.
It's probably for the best. You went to go roll them up.
Yes. I went in there and there was a little bit of water dripping, so.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. There's nothing worse than that wet dog smell.
Yeah. Well, I have leather seats, so hopefully.
You might be lucky. Yeah.
I'm just worried about the electrical stuff, but it's not like this is the first time it's happened, so.
Okay. Yeah, before you left, we were talking about the weird grieving thing that, like, Latin American, we Hispanic. I don't really know the difference. My mom raised me. She's real white. Yeah, do you know when my dad passed, they made us sit with him and take photos in the hospital. It was because they wouldn't let us take him home.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but normally, like, if they had let him come home on hospice, we would have done it in the house. They would have dressed him up like he was going to fucking church and take photos with him in a chair. But instead, they propped him in the hospital bed and they put a nice shirt on him and they had us sit around and take photos with his dead body. I will never understand
that part of
Western grieving. Any part, even Western grieving, like, going to a wake and seeing them, it's just not for me. It's not for me. But definitely not that part of my culture. Especially, like, people who have, like, miscarriages or stillborns, they will dress the child up and, like, take it to a photographer to have newborn photos done.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah. I can't say the amount of times my grandmother's been like, oh, look at Johnny's cute baby. And then I'm like, oh, how old is she now? My grandmother's like, oh, she's passed. And, like, that's normalized for them. And I'm always like, what?
It gives you a little bit of a shock.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, didn't see that coming, Grandma.
Do you like the cremation part?
Yeah, I'm glad we cremated him. But I do know that it's going to get weird. Like, they're probably going to be taking photos with the urn and stuff like that. And then they keep saying that they want to put him in the lake because, like, he used to, I don't know, take us swimming there or something. But
so you have a lot of memories. So if you do dump the ashes, it kind of, anytime you guys go to the lake, I can understand. That gives you that memory.
I just don't want my future children swimming in my dad. It just seems weird.
I understand that. Yeah.
And then they always are, like, doing treatments on the lake, and I just this is probably not the place to put them, you know, like, just take them with you in life. But they don't want to keep carrying them around because Hispanics are also super, you know, into the supernatural. Mm-hmm. So my brother's convinced that my dad's, like, stealing all of his socks and, like, hiding his, like, keys and stuff. And I'm like, no, you just have a brain injury.
Like, superstitious.
Yeah, you're just really forgetful. But, you know, I don't know, you can't fight with them. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm just like, if you're going to put them in the lake, can we do it at, you know, at the house? Like, I don't want to do it at my house. But we'll see what happens. So,
do you have any particular place that you think that you would have liked if it wasn't the lake?
Well, you know, me being me, I would say the prison. But, you know, where he spent most of his time. But, no, I don't think he has any place that he'd want to be. I think he wouldn't want to be put away at all. I think he would want to be taken, like, wherever we go, because we put him somewhere, and then, you know, granted, I know he missed out on a lot, but he likes to think he did a lot for us. And then let's say we decide we're going to up and move to California. My brother would never move to California, and then I would be like, I'm going to stay here. Like, we would go together. So I think he'd want to be able to go with us, I guess, if that makes sense. Sounds weird to talk about your dad like he's still alive, especially when you don't care about him, but...
No. Yeah, I totally understand, and that's good that you are still talking about him, and I do understand, you know, how you mentioned, like, didn't have that relationship, but that's okay too, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Have a little, you know, a little feeling toward it. That's totally fine.
Yeah, I guess so.
Absolutely. And, I mean, if there are multiple places, or like you were saying, you know, that he comes with you, do you think maybe with his ashes you guys could split it up and put a little here, put a little there? Or is that not in the culture?
We could, but I don't know. That's, again, another weird thing for me where I'm like,
Okay,
Like
that
putting
makes
his leg one place and his head
okay.
another, you
So it
know?
makes you feel
But
comfortable.
it's not like a cultural thing. That's a me thing.
Okay. I
That's just a
gotcha.
me thing. So, but yeah, you know, that's what it is, I guess. So,
We'll see what happens on the anniversary, when everyone's there and celebrating. See how you feel about it. And then we'll
okay.
also see how you feel about it after we're done with this.
Okay.
Might change
All right. So I did write my letter.
your mind. Okay.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes. Let's read it, go through it, and
Okay.
then we'll go from there. Because I want to have you look at the pictures and then.
And read it a second time. Okay. So I wrote, Dear Poppy, I'm so mad you aren't here. I'm hurt you never were here. Now I have to take care of the boys by myself, and it's not fair. You should have tried harder in all areas with your kids, your health, your career. You missed milestones, fun times, memories, and you never got to know me. Heart, sometimes your daughter. He'll know which one that is because I'm the only one. Hopefully. I don't know.
Sometimes your daughter.
Yeah.
Why do you call yourself that way? Just because sometimes you want to be part of his life, and sometimes you might
Well,
want.
I mean, like sometimes, like things weren't always bad. I mean, up until he came home from prison, I thought he was a good person. So even when he was in prison, I mean, my mom was really great about being like, oh, you know, Daddy's Poppy, whatever we want to call him that day. He's really good at, you know, he's still your dad and he cares about you. And so she was always really good about pushing that relationship and trying her best to make it work. It was him who wasn't doing the effort to get it there. So, you know, prior to him coming home, even when he was in prison, I was always like, oh, my dad's a good guy. He just made bad decisions. And then he came home and he continued to make bad decisions. So that's when I made it my choice as an adult to realize that he didn't do much before he left. Then he was gone and now he's not doing much now. So, yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I understand that. But you're not calling him dad.
No.
You're not calling him by his first name.
No, I'm not
That's
calling
good.
him by his first name.
You call him Papa?
Poppy. Yeah, it's the Spanish
Yeah,
term for dad. We switch it up. We used to call him Poppy when I was like really little, so that's why I chose that. 'Cause, you know, I brought the kid photo. But as we got older, we called him Daddy because it was always really weird having, you know, in school nobody else calls their dad Poppy, so you kind of feel a little awkward. So we started calling him Daddy, but we don't call him Dad ever. Like that's not how you refer to him. It's always Daddy. Even my mom, who also can't stand him anymore. Even she calls him Daddy when she talks about him. She's never like, your father. She's always like, have you heard from Daddy?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's really bizarre.
But that's good that you do have like a very, the name to me it says a lot right there. Because you're not referring to him as his first name or
Yeah.
a bad word, you know.
Or even just like father.
Yeah.
Sperm donor. I mean, because I don't know, he still was a big part of my life, even though the memories aren't great. So, I mean, I wasn't sad that he died, but he's still, I don't know, he was still my dad up until I started to feel like he wasn't, I guess, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain, I guess. It's hard to put into words.
I understand. It's really tough what you just did right here, and even with the party, with your brothers pressuring you, you're doing really good.
Thanks.
It's really awesome that you're opening up about this and open your home to the family and writing this letter. That takes a lot. That's good.
Thank you.
Um, so are you ready to?
Yeah. Do I have one that I should read it to, or like both of them?
Well, you pick which one you want.
We'll do it to. I'm more mad at my dad as I'm older, so we'll do it to this one. So, can I just keep it here while I read it?
Yeah.
Do I read it out loud?
You can read it out loud, but make sure you're looking at him as you do this.
Okay.
And
I'm going to
do
cover
you
up
want
my
to
own
hold the
face.
letter or the picture?
No,
Which is
I'm
easier?
okay right here.
Okay.
I'm just going to cover up my own face because I'm not mad at me. Dear Poppy, I'm so mad you aren't here. I'm hurt you never were. Now I have to take care of the boys all by myself, and it's not fair. You should have tried harder in all areas with your kids' health and career. You missed milestones, fun times, and memories. You never got to know me. Heart, sometimes your daughter.
How do you feel?
I don't know. I guess I'm feeling like maybe it wasn't always bad. I guess. I don't know. I feel like maybe I never really got to grieve because I wasn't sad about it, if that makes sense.
No,
Like, I
it
never
totally
took
makes sense.
time to process it because I was like, well, it's going to happen and it's not like he was there for me, so why should I spend time being sad about it?
It's tough to, if you have all that anger and sadness, towards him, to feel sad about his death, to
Yeah.
feel that. And I totally understand. It's hard to grieve when you don't have that, if you didn't have that bond and that relationship with your father. It's kind of hard to be like, well, that's who you go.
Yeah.
I understand that. And that doesn't make you a bad person
Thanks,
at
because
all.
sometimes my brothers make me feel like it does.
No.
Sometimes they're like, you're heartless.
They
Mm.
have to understand your side. There, you were talking about how you had to take care of your brothers.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work for a
it's a lot
child
of
to do.
pressure.
Yeah, to be the caretaker, to take care. You're supposed to be the child. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be a little girl. And you finally got that out. It would have been better if he was alive, but
So I
at
could
least
say it to him.
but at least you're saying it now.
Yeah,
At least you were looking at him and just getting that out.
yeah.
Do you think the anniversary party might be a little bit better now that
Maybe. I mean, I guess I can understand a little bit more where other people are coming from, but it's still gonna suck, Like, I'm still gonna be here the week after being like, you won't believe what my aunt said, and oh, my grandmother and my Lalo, they were so annoying. But, I mean, I guess I can understand a little bit, and now it's just kind of, I think I would have been annoyed at everyone grieving before, and now I think I'll be less annoyed, but annoyed at people who maybe are taking it too far. People who are like, oh, he was
Really
such an
bad,
amazing man. Then I'll be like, all right, settle down. We know what the truth is here.
I would just walk away if it gets that bad. It's like, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I'll let my brothers take care of that. Because I'd be
absolutely.
like, listen, I can understand you're sad, he's gone, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
But, like, amazing. Let's maybe you need some identifying words here about what people really are.
Yes, that would be good.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a lot, I guess, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll go fine.
I'm sure I will too. Have you ever spoken to your brothers about your true feelings about your father?
Yeah, but I think they have their own things they need to deal with before they're gonna ever process that.
Yeah.
So, because I say it and they tell me, like, oh, you're just being heartless, or, you should care more, it's your father, oh, he gave life to you, but, like, not really. Mom's the one that did all the work. So, again, dashingly good looks, thanks, Dad, but, other than that, not much. So, they basically just tell me that I take after our adoptive dad, and that's why I'm like this. So they try not to hold ill will for it, and whatever has to make them sleep at night helps me sleep at night. So yeah, I mean, maybe someday they'll come with me here. We can talk about it, but
that would be great.
We'll
Talking to you right now, I do hear in your voice about how the relationship is, and he gave you birth. But I do hear when you were talking about him being in prison and missing out on a lot of things, and I do recall you saying that there were a few good memories.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember those good memories if there were a lot, but it's good to hold on to the good ones.
Yeah.
You can always maybe try talking to your brothers.
I guess I always try not to hold on to the good ones, because you always see those girls who are in, like, bad relationships, and the minute that they break up with their boyfriend, they're like, that one time you bought me flowers. And then you're in a bad place because now you think that person was good when they weren't. And so I try not to be all, remember that time he used to take us to the playground or Chuck E. Cheese, because then I'm remembering him for these good things. And I mean, when you put together the pile of good things versus the bad, they're offset. So, like, I totally get what you're saying, and you're right. It is good to remember those, but I guess that's why I just haven't.
It's very easy to think of the negative stuff and the bad things. That's definitely especially if they're unbalanced. Yes. And if they're really traumatic, it's even easier to remember those versus the good things. But when you can have a little bit of a memory come up, or even looking at the pictures like you did? Yeah. Did it feel good looking at some of the childhood things? Like, did you have any?
Yeah, I think this would be fun to do again, like maybe from the child perspective, because, like I said, my thoughts of him were really different growing up until he came home, and then I realized that, like, I had a distorted memory of him as a kid. So maybe being able to look at that and see, like, well, why was that memory distorted to be remembered as good versus bad? Um, but then we're really unlocking a whole other level of things here. So I don't know if we're ready to open that box yet.
If you're not ready, we don't have to do it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not today. Plus, I think our session is over in like 10 minutes or so. So I think I'd rather save it for next time.
Yeah, that will be enough time.
And then it'll give me time to think about it. And I definitely think that I need to take this to the party.
Okay, so you will bring it to the party. And you did mention that there's a campfire that will be there, correct? That could be a good place just to
Throw it in. Do you think anybody else say anything and like notice and stuff?
That is a possibility. So it's either, if you want it to be a private thing, then don't do it that day. If you want people to understand and know what it is, that might open other things up if other people ask you questions, and that might upset you, which is totally understandable because if it's not something.
I think I'm more worried about them being upset and them being like, oh, why are you throwing that in there? But you know what? I don't care because they don't care that I'm not upset, so why should I care that they are upset? Nobody's bothered to ask me why I feel this way. I mean, my brothers, but they still don't care. So
They might not really, it sounds like they don't fully understand you and your part in this,
maybe.
why you feel this way. Maybe if they have more of an understanding, they say yes, 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 but they might not really be listening to you. So if
That's
we do
true.
have them come in for a family session, then maybe we could.
That's true.
When is the anniversary coming up? Just to see how much time we have.
In like a month.
In a month, okay. So when I see you for next Monday, do you think we could do the letter to your dad from a child's perspective?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So
can do that.
we'll do it for then, and then see if we have time to meet up with your brothers at another point
Okay.
before the anniversary. That way we're more have an understanding, and they might want to open up too to you. They might have more things that you might want to come up to.
Okay.
Is that comfortable, or is that?
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. My little brother will definitely come. My older
That's
brother,
good.
I don't know about
Okay.
him.
Well, one's better than none.
Yeah, yeah, and that's true. It's just because my older brother's busy and he's all, I'm not going to take time off of work to go see some doctor and tell me I've got things wrong in my brain. And I'm like, listen, Joe, she's diagnosing me, not you. Like,
Right, I
it's
wouldn't.
not why you're here, but you know how. And
Well, tell them that it's about supporting you and helping you through this phase because it is tough to handle a death like this in your family where everyone's all crying about it and sad about it and going over the great memories. And I can imagine what you're thinking in your mind. You think, you know, oh, this is annoying, or why is it? He was an awful father. You know, you have a different mindset about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So do they.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah, I'll talk to them. I think they could be interested, so I'll definitely talk to them. Can I use the envelope?
Absolutely. So, you want to hold on to the letter?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the letter.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick a blue envelope because blue is supposed to be for sadness, so maybe people will think I'm sad. I'm gonna put the pictures in here for now, so that way they don't get ruined in the rain on the way home.
Yes. You don't want to get them ruined at all. They're really nice pictures.
Oh, thanks. My brother likes them more than I do. They were from the family album, so it was nice to go through all the pictures and stuff from like when we were kids. It's not a ton of them with my dad for obvious reasons, but you know. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I told you the rain makes me tired.
Oh, it is making you tired. I was going to say, did you sleep last night?
It's the rain. Yeah. I mean, also the stress of the party is probably keeping me up. But, I mean, I'm taking my sleeping medicine. I'm doing everything I have to do.
Good. Okay.
So, don't worry. I'm okay. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just ready for this to be over. Yeah, it's been a long couple weeks, and it's going to be an even longer month, and there's like food requests coming in, so
That part's stressful too at
yeah.
home.
The party planning is stressful, let alone the fact that my daughter's like, you better make sure that you're going to be sympathetic, but this will help.
Good. Can you ask your younger brother to help and chip in?
No. Come on, don't you know culture? It's not his place. He'd be like, listen, I know our white mom raised us, but
Yeah. You got this.
yeah, you're a woman.
So, look, especially your older brother, any women, any nieces?
No, not yet. No.
Okay, what about their wives, if they have wives?
Yeah, but they are not coming to the party.
Okay.
It's strictly people who knew my dad. So.
Your mom coming?
Yeah, my mom will be there.
She'll chip in with the food.
Oh my god, no way she will. No. She'll be like, I didn't like him just as much as you didn't like him.
Oh.
I mean, I'll at least have her in this so we can kind of sit around and be like miserable together. I mean,
at least you have a friend by your side supporting you on that day. To go through it alone is tough.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
It's only you that are all like, yeah.
Yeah, and thankfully the whole family likes her. Not that my dad did, but the extended family definitely is like, oh, Jody, they think she's so funny. Aww. So yeah, we're definitely gonna. It'll be a good one. I'm glad to do it. And
you say that.
Thanks. Well, it'll be a good one with my mom. Good time with my mom.
Yes.
Maybe I can make some drinks. That'll help me get through the night, but not too many because who knows, I might lash out. I don't know. We don't want that.
No. Be like, Mom, keep me in check because I don't want anyone to see that side of me.
No, I don't think that would be a good time. No. So, but yeah, I mean, it'll be a good bonding experience with my mom. Maybe when my brother comes, we can have him do this.
That's a great idea.
And then we could compare letters, and maybe it'll help understand like how each of us saw what was going on.
Mm-hmm. And to see those both perspectives, having it written down, it'll definitely be a little bit easier for each to understand, especially because it's written down. You can't get away from it. It's right there.
Yeah.
And seeing your perspective rather than just all theirs, it'll see your side and why you're looking at that view. If it's you taking care of yourself and taking care of them and you getting yourself through college, that your brothers need to understand that side, that view.
Yeah.
And vice versa. That would be great. And that's a great suggestion. Thanks. Yeah, I like that.
Thanks. I thought that it might be nice. And it'll be fun for them to go through old photos too, I think. That could be a fun thing for us to do together, to find their photo to bring in. So I'll talk to them. Okay. We'll see. I can't really promise anything. Plan on definitely next week it just being the two of us.
Okay. Absolutely.
And then after that, definitely my little brother will come. He doesn't have anything else to do. And if I bribe him with sushi,
nice. Sushi is good.
So, but that's it.
I was thinking too, were you guys planning, just out of curiosity, in the anniversary party of having like photo albums so everyone can look?
I don't know. My brothers might be, but that's not something that like they've asked me to do. I'm strictly food.
Okay.
Yeah, they're drinks, they are activities, and my mom is decor.
Okay.
So
everyone's got their own job though. That's good.
Yeah, because we all like to do things a certain way, and we want it done our way, not anybody else's. So it just minimizes the shouting. Okay. And we do it that way.
I was just gonna say, looking at the pictures might give you good memories to remember. But when we do the letters, that will also be a good time, too, to let all those memories come out. And probably not having extended family around doing that might be good just to have it as an intimate family.
Yeah, especially because we're really big in our house on perception is reality. So I think them being able to see my perspective will help them understand that, like, that's why this is my reality, and that's why it's different from theirs. And maybe being here, we can do some of that. What is it you talked about? Live, listen, engage. I don't remember what it was, but you know what it is.
Yes.
And they can do that and make sure that they're empathizing and stuff like that. So
that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I will be with you next Monday, and then we'll do the letter.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. 3:00. I'll bring my pictures back. This one won't be burned for a couple more weeks. So.
Okay, cool. Hold on to it.
All
Okay.
right, thank you.
Thank you. It was good seeing you.
It's good seeing you too.